Hi, everyone, and welcome to your September energy reading. We are going to have 3 piles. We are going to check into September and see what energy may be coming in around you, if there's any advice or guidance for you, messages, whatever it may be. So let's get started. We have 3 piles. You can choose pile 1, which is financial discipline, number 48. Pile 2, leadership, number 81. Pile 3, adventure, number 55. So whatever card, whatever number, whatever pile number calls to you, that is the one that you're meant to go to, and I will see you in your reading. Hi to those of you who chose pile 1, this financial discipline card, or number 48. This is going to be your September energy reading. We do have an overall energy, so we will get right into it with oracle cards, then we'll pull live tarot and oracle at the end. Okay, let me just set this over here. Hopefully there will be enough room. Overall energy, the 10th house, your achievements and status in the outside world. Okay. So that's overall energy. That's your house of career, right? With Pluto. Well, now, seems to me there could be a little shakeup needed when it comes to your career. Pile 1. All right. Now, if you don't work, it could just be maybe a little shakeup in your life in general. You'll take it how it resonates, right? There could be a message in each one of the cards individually or as a whole. So let's get right into it. But I feel like there's a deep need for maybe not even change so much as, well, change, transformation, right? Because Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, 8th house, the house of death and rebirth, right? So I want to say that somewhere for you, pile 1, there needs to be a transformation when it comes to your career. We could say for some of you, it's in your achievements and how you actually achieve them. For others, it could be a transformation in the way that you're seen in the outside world, however it resonates for you. But let's go here. Throat chakra. The frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life, supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. So that message may mean something to you, but what I want to say actually to go along with this is maybe there's something to do with your career and the way you're seen in the outside world that you need to start speaking up about. Maybe you are very successful in your career, okay, and that's wonderful, but maybe you've been quiet. Maybe you could even take it to the next level if you actually spoke up. Or for some of you, maybe you're having a hard time in your career right now and you need to speak up about something, okay? Because maybe it's holding you back from achievement. It can be either or, and like I said, it could mean something to you, depending on your situation, right? Something different is what I wanted to say. Root portal, vitality, stability. I think it's sentiment. Sometimes I have a hard time seeing these cards because my lighting, oops, is so bad in here. I have my little reading light out. I really need to get better lighting, but yeah. Oh, survival. Okay, so vitality, stability, survival, fearful. Okay. The feeling that I'm getting around this, right? Because it's your root chakra, basically your root portal, okay? It's also card 33. We have card 5 here, which I like, which is transformation, which is lovely. And 33, a master number. What I want to say about this, I feel for some of you, it may actually be fear that is holding you back from some of your achievements, okay? And maybe that's why you need to speak up, all right? Because it's that, survival, right? We go into that fight or flight mode where you know that there's something that you need to speak up about. You know there's something that you need to say, say, okay, because we're talking throat chakra. But it's almost fear or timid to do it because, maybe your career, it's how you survive. It's how you make your money. It's how you take care of yourself, how you take care of your family. And if you say something, you could be jeopardizing that. But I feel that what they're saying here is if you speak your truth, you're not going to jeopardize anything. If you think it through clearly and speak your truth clearly and with reason, right? Then you will have stability. You will continue to, I'm going to say work there. You will continue to stay there. I can't tell you what to do. It's totally up to you, but this is the message coming in. There's something that you need to speak up about when it comes to your career, that I feel is possibly holding you back from maybe greater achievement, okay? Or even your status in the outside world. Like I said, it can be different for everyone, because what I'm also having a feeling of here is someone who maybe something has been said or your image has maybe been tarnished in some way for no good reason. And this is you maybe having to stand up and say, no, this is the truth. This is what happened. This is the situation. Okay, so that may have been very specific. Then we have forgiveness. Well, I'm just going to go straight with just the forgiveness on this because, no, I better read it. I feel bad if I don't. Because like I said, I always believe that the cards come out for a reason. So it says the energy of forgiveness strengthens our capacity to let go of unwanted feelings and emotions. All right. I feel for some of you, you may feel that you've brought this on yourself, even though it may not be true, right? Or whatever the situation is for some of you, I just feel that maybe you need to forgive yourself and realize you didn't bring this on yourself, that you know what, things happen that are out of our control sometimes for no good reason, right? It's always for a reason because it's serving someone else in some way, or at least in this situation, it's what I feel. And you know what? Maybe you need to just forgive them for yourself, not for them. You don't forgive the behavior, but also that you forgive yourself as in feeling any responsibility for what may have happened here when it comes to career. We have tension. Yeah, I just feel, right, that this is causing issues for you. It's causing fear in your life. It's making you go into survival mode when you don't need to. And that's not when we go to work every day, right? That's our job. That's our career. We don't want to feel fearful and not stable, and the other shoe could drop at any time, and tension within the workplace. So I feel like it's why I keep going back to this throat chakra. I feel like something, and this doesn't mean you're standing up and announcing it, to the entire office or whatever it may be, or store. It means that maybe you're going to speak to someone within your organization. Or in some cases, for some of you, someone outside of your organization, okay? We have indecision. Yeah, I just feel that this is just confirming your feelings right now, right? Because when you're feeling fearful and in survival mode, it's hard to make the decision because I want to say when you're not seeing it clearly, you're always cautioning or erring to that side of the fear and stability, the what if I lose my job, the what if this happens, the what if I get demoted, what if, all of those things, and it's causing indecision in your life. But here's the thing. There are choices. And we always have choices. And I feel that for you, the message for you in and around this month is speaking up. I just am going to go back to it every time because I just keep being pulled back to it. Next, we have the Fire card, which is confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. Oh, how perfect. Okay, pile one, this is them, you know, kind of saying, we have your back. If you are willing to step up with confidence and courage and positivity and to be brave, we have got your back in this situation. I like this. Okay, let's get some tarot for more clarification, confirmation, additional guidance. You know, never would I ever advocate that someone should be jeopardizing anything. This is resonating with you if you know you've spoken to people about it. You know, you're just kind of in that making the decision mode right now. Am I stepping up and speaking my truth to pull me out of, or to, oh, this card flipped over, to pull me out of, or to, you know, better my situation, right? Okay, first cup out is the Nine of Cups. I like that. Along with the Page of Wands. And the Devil. Okay. So we have choices here, which technically are indecision, but I see the 7 and it just always makes me think of the 7 of Cups. And now I see the 9, which I feel like by you standing up for yourself and speaking your truth in whatever way that will be, it's going to bless you. It's going to fulfill you in the end, okay? There's going to be wish fulfillment here. With the Page of Wands, I feel like it's taking on that Page of Wands energy where you're really going to kind of, you know, young, you're going to, I'm going to say, take it down from a step of seriousness maybe, and kind of go back to that inspirational free spirit that believes there's limitless possibilities in the world. And that's how you're going to come up with the way to speak your truth. Because right now you're feeling like you're caged, like you're trapped, you're in fear, your root chakra is not in balance. Maybe listen to some root chakra meditations, okay, as well. But this is the energy that needs to go, because when we look at this, the door is open to the cage. Okay? The door is open. You are free to get out. And I feel like this entire message is saying there needs to be some deep transformation. Things need to change. And this card is saying you're free to get out. Okay? You don't need to keep yourself in there. No one is tying you in there. And I want to say for some of you, I even feel this goes as far as saying if you were thinking that it might be time for a complete change of career, or at least the place where you may stay doing the same thing, but you just may need a change of scenery, then this may be a message kind of supporting that, I'm going to say. But again, this, I feel that pile one, if this is you, this is something that you're not going to, you know, act off of this card reading. This is something that you've been thinking about, and be it you've been indecisive and been having tension and all of these feelings for quite some time, okay? Let's get a couple of more oracle here before we end for you, pile one. The Moon, feelings. Exactly. This is, I want to say for some of you in this situation, it kind of, maybe by you doing this, you are tapping in, or you're going to, okay, now I'm going straight whistleblower on it. You are going to, when you speak your truth, and this is, I'm sure for some of you, not all of you, it's going to bring out what's been hidden all this time, what's behind the scenes, what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, I feel that for some of you that may be confirmation that if that's your situation, this is your message, right? You know that by speaking your truth is going to make things better, not for just for yourself, but for everyone, because of what's been going on behind the scenes. And I feel that maybe it hasn't been the greatest. And on the flip side, I don't know why I'm getting a lot of flip side today. Today I'm getting both sides of, I feel like I'm getting both sides of it. I think for some of you too, it could be by speaking your truth that you, right, how you're seen in the outside world, that maybe you are actually, it will be like a promotion of some sorts where not you literally in a position, but of the company, right? It's almost like good advertisement. All right. I feel that's for very few, but yeah, just given the fear and the indecision and all of that you're feeling. But I do feel, because not everybody's getting the same message here. I mean, you're getting what I'm saying, but it's going to resonate depending on your situation. For some of you, it could be that. Divine Guardian. Okay. Do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you are on will lead you just right. Okay. There's clarification and confirmation. I'm so sorry that it's just my lighting's bad in here today, and I'm not really able to see them without having a bunch of shadow on here. So thank you for bearing with me. But I mean, right there, you're on the right path. Do not fear, right? They are with you. They are behind you. This is coming up because this is divine guidance. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this reading, pile one. If you did, please throw me a thumbs up, like my video, share it with people, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I do energy readings like this every month, as well as a ton of others. You'll see all the playlists here on my channel. Just go in, take a look. You may find something you like in there to watch. All right, I'll see you next time. Hi to those of you who chose pile 2, this leadership card with the number 81. This is going to be your September energy reading. Energy's coming in, maybe divine guidance, advice, messages for you regarding different situations or energy. So what I have is overall energy. We'll do live tarot and oracle at the end, but let's get right into it. And remember, you could get a message out of one of these cards or all of them together. All right, it will resonate differently for everyone. Overall energy, Libra. This energy is diplomatic and gracious. It seeks harmony and balance in relationships. I really feel pile 2 right now with everything that's going on in the world and has been now for the last few years and will continue for the next few. That the universe, God, source, whomever it is that you go to, are really, really sending messages about relationships. I just feel like they really want us to get right with them in some way. Cancer, with your family. And it's the balance, right? It's the balance. So could this be, well, like I said, relationships. For some of you, this will resonate with personal romantic relationships or partnerships. It could even, for some of you, be about business. Just hear the messages and you apply it to your situation if it resonates, okay? But for the majority here, this has to do Cancer, 4th house, which is home and family. So let's get into the first card. We have Remembrance. And I was just telling them in pile 1, I'm having a hard time seeing some of the smaller print just because it's a very overcast day and it's kind of a bit dark in here. So I just need to pull it aside here to read it with light. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Okay. what I feel here is, you know, if you are a believer of past lives and reincarnation, then what I feel that this is saying for some of you, that you are able to pull in those memories, you are able to tap into that energy from past lives and remember who it is that you are, meaning a divine soul. And I feel like that translates into, how do you want relationships to be? How do you want to be treated? How do you want to treat people in your most, it could be family related here. It could just be roommates that you have, right? Because they, you know, home. So it could be people you live with that you're not necessarily related to. It's almost back to, how do you want to be treated? Who are you at your core? And you bring those values into the relationships. Next, we have trust. For some of you, there could be some trust situations that are happening right now with friends or family, or in or around your home, where, let me just see what it says. Overcoming doubts, insecurities, and patience. So, first thing that came in was, I went straight to a working parent, and you come home and you're tired. And yes, I mean, who knows how long your commute is, who knows how hard your day at work is, whatever it is, you're coming home and you're exhausted. And what I want to say is, maybe sometimes you have a very short fuse when it comes to the members of your family or in your home. So that's something, going back to remembrance. Is that who you are? Not deep down at your core. So that just may be something that you need to work on. Also, you could have trust issues in and around the family, and that may be something that you need to work on. Or it could, even with Cancer, be something that you need to trust your intuition on. If you are having very, very strong feelings about not trusting someone within your home or family, and I mean strong, like not ego talking, like gut down to the core, this isn't leaving me, kind of, I'm suspicious here. You need to trust that, okay? Maybe talk to someone about it, you know, before you take any steps, but just trust that. Next, we have awareness. I think that's just being tapped in, right? Being aware of what's, I'm going to read the card too, but being aware of what's going on around you, because that could also have to do with the trust. It says, the energy of awareness supports our capacity to focus our attention on all aspects of a multidimensional world so that we create a reality that we truly choose. That may be the message for some of you, but intuitively here, as I'm reading and the way I'm seeing these cards, I think it comes right back into the trust and into the remembrance. So you know what? If your spidey senses are tingling, trust them, okay? Or maybe it's time to become aware and open an eye. Maybe you have someone who's stealing from you within the home. Maybe you have someone who's doing inappropriate things within the home. If that is it, you need to trust and bring awareness to it. But I think it's also you become aware. I really feel here with Cancer, right? It's intuition. Intuition. And then I just looked over and saw the card that you picked, which was leadership. It could just be for some of you taking a leadership role within your home. Maybe right now everything's running amok and you're like, we need to rein this in. Someone needs to be the adult here. Even if it's a house full of adults, or if it's, like I said, you with a spouse or a partner and children, someone needs to be in charge, okay? Then we have 6th house, sustainability. So what is it? 44, solid foundation. You want to have a solid foundation so that your core beliefs within your home or within your family are able to continue on, not just for a week, not just for a month, not just for a year, but for the lifetime of your home and family, right? You want to be able, and that they're not so maybe far out there or so lackadaisical that they can't be sustained, right? Like where it's just to the point of ridiculous, you know, kind of you've raised the bar too high, maybe just lower that bar just a little bit, right? Perfection, not always needed in these situations, okay? Because what it does is it tends to cause problems. So maybe that's something you need to become aware of, pile two. Flattery gets you everywhere. I love that it's a 3 with communication. All right. This just could be a reminder within your home that you, or with family members, that, you know what, sometimes just paying a compliment to someone, treating them nicely, rewarding them for something, not to the point, and I want to go back, and this pretty much puts me over the edge. Yes, flattering your children is wonderful, but not for everything that they do, okay? Like, you know, I want to say use in moderation sometimes, okay? Yeah, I see two people looking. I feel like these two people are looking away from one another, but they want to bring it together. So what they're thinking about, what they want to communicate is going to be in a way to bring them back together, not to push them farther apart. And the reason I said that about children was not to inflate little egos that don't need to be inflated. I think that's a good way to say it, right? Like, give credit when credit is due. I think builds a solid foundation. If you're given credit all the time, that foundation is shaky, because when they get out into the real world and people aren't giving them credit and flattery and admiration and accolades all the time, it throws them for a loop and they don't know what to do. So I don't know. I'm saying this specific for someone. So you know what? Flattery when it's credit when credit's due. We all deserve that. And it's loving and it's kind, right? Last card here, Neptune. Dreams and, sometimes can't see the second word, transcend. And when I think transcend here, I think of dream and wishes. What are the dreams and wishes for your family? What do you have? Are you on course? Is it what you thought? Do you have to maybe, detour here or change things around there? Possibly. Anything to bring balance and harmony in, because that's what we're talking about, right? If you're given flattery and it's not balanced, then it's too much, or it's not enough, right? Or if it's not flattery and it's criticism, well, that's not bringing harmony into your relationships within your home and family. And with Neptune, I think it's just let's remember back to what your dreams and wishes were. If you're in a partnership and when you first maybe decided to get married or to live together or to have children, what was your dream? What did you think of then? And transcending, I think just, I don't know, as a unit rising up rather together. Okay. So let's get some tarot for clarification, confirmation of the cards on the table. I feel like this was a mixed bag. There were a few messages in here about some work that needs to be done. I think there was definitely divine guidance. I think that this energy that's coming in around you in the month of September is necessary, or else you probably wouldn't have come to this pile. And like I said, not all of them may resonate. It may just be one or two. Then that's what you take. That's what you leave me with. Judgment. I just love that come out. Because that's about rising up, right? That's about rising up and being the best family, the best home family unit that you can be. The 5, 6, 7, 8 of Wands. Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm gonna speak to that once I get the other card here. And Page of Cups. All right. Yeah, I think this is just a reminder right here. Leave behind, or sorry, not leave behind, or it is a leave behind those things that are no longer serving your family, that aren't allowing your family to rise up, okay? And with the Eight of Wands, no time like the present to start. One small thing at a time. It doesn't all have to change overnight. One small thing at a time, one step at a time. And you will be successful. And also bring in that Page of Cups. I love that the pages are coming out because they're young and innocent and so curious and creative, especially here with the Page of Cups. So maybe think of really great creative ways to bring that balance and harmony back into the relationship within the home. And think of the possibilities. But also pages carry intuitive messages too, which brings us back to this trust and awareness card. So I feel that this is important for one or two of you maybe. Okay. Let's get a Divine Doors Oracle here, and then we'll do one last Oracle. Oh, that one come out before we go. Pile 2. Three of Cups. Well, Three of Cups we know is celebration. So it says, a toast of friendship in the afternoon sun, 3 cups in happiness, 3 cheers are done. Okay, so for some of you, this could be about, like I said, you could have roommates. It could be about your family, your friends, rather than actual family members. But also with the Three of Cups, we just know it's celebration, right? It's emotional happiness and celebration. So I feel if you are able to kind of work through, really embrace the positive and work through some of the shadow, there's going to be success for you. And let's just get one last card here before we go. I still feel this is a nice message, Pile 2. At no time, you know what? Sometimes we have shadow that needs to be worked through, and, you know, Spirit wants to bring it to your attention. That's all. Saturn, wisdom. Okay. We're right back to remembering, having awareness, thinking clearly, learning your lessons. What does work? What doesn't work within my family unit, right? Let's really use what works, and what doesn't work, like I said, we leave it behind and we move on. We move on. And we start doing what does work for us. So that is your main message, Pile 2. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, by all means, give me a thumbs up, give it a like. It helps my channel. You know what? Share this video with someone if you know someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much for being here with me, and I'll see you next time. Hi to those of you who chose Pile 3, this adventure card, or the number 55. This is going to be your September energy reading. Energy's coming in and around September. It's going to be any advice or guidance or messages for you regarding any situations. Okay, we're doing Oracle. We'll have live tarot at the end. So let's get right into this with overall energy. Sagittarius. This energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. There isn't anyone that can get, I want to say, as fired up and kind of ready for an adventure. That's kind of funny. Well, Aries too, though, I have to say that. But no, Saggies are very much like they want to know everything. They want to learn everything. They want to go out on adventures with Jupiter. Oh my God. Okay, you guys. And then just take all. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Okay, so there's one thing. But also, I mean, that is just, I want to say now Sagittarius on steroids, right? Just wanting to get out there, all full of yourself with confidence and enthusiasm, right? And I love that it says good fortune, because that's what Jupiter is. Jupiter, the high side of Jupiter, is all about gifts and abundance and seeing things big picture and wanting wanting to give you everything. It really magnifies everything. So if you're doing good, it magnifies the good. The downside, I want to say to Jupiter, though, just for those of you that aren't aware, if you're doing bad and you have Jupiter placements depending on where they are in your house, or even here as a Sagittarius getting out into the world and just going and marching to the beat of your own drum, sometimes sticking your foot in your mouth, whatever it may be, it can also highlight that. So while it is big and expansive and highlights the good, it can also be big and expansive and highlight the shadow too. So that is what I want to say about Jupiter. I love Jupiter and I love Saturn too, but that's what I want to say about Jupiter. You know, we can't just think of Jupiter as all good all the time, because it's not that Jupiter is bad. It can really enhance your bad shadow, maybe behaviors. Okay. So that was a message for someone. Communication. I'm just using my little light because I find the lighting in here and that printing's really small. So I just want to read it to you. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart. Not our ego, our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. Well, that's what I want to say right there, because if we're doing things that are negative or on a shadow, then it's probably not heart-based, right? It's probably more ego-based. So that's what I'm saying with Jupiter. You've got to watch it because it can then magnify that. Then we have third eye portal. So vision, clairvoyance, clarity, or in some cases, confusion. I really feel, and I want to say that I really feel with Sagittarius, intuitive. I mean, all signs are intuitive, but there are some that just kind of can take it to the next level. And I believe Sagittarius is one of them, really being able to tap into your third eye, into your intuition. Okay. So what it is that you're out there with communication, right? Because that could be it for you. This is something big, you out speaking your truth, spreading the word of some sort, and they want you to be heart-based, which your intuition runs through there as well, right? So to be very mindful and aware of what it is that you're out saying, okay? Next, we have originality. Well, that's a Sagittarius too, okay? A bit like Aquarius in that sense, right? So let me read this to you. The frequency of originality supports our capacity to be unique and original creators of unlimited possibilities in every moment. That card is so Sagittarius. I just feel like I don't even need to say anything else about Sagittarius. You are original, right? You are willing to go out there. Like I said, sometimes you put your foot in your mouth, but you know what? That happens. It's just I keep looking to the adventure card. You're always up for an adventure. And whether that's literal travel, because that's big with Jupiter here, Sagittarius, or if it's just, I mean, you can be adventurous through a book, right? Where you want to go on a grand mystical adventure, or learning, higher level education learning, to really just expand your knowledge and your mind. And then we have Pallas Athena that just came out with Think. This, again, a 3, communicating, okay? Thinking before you speak, maybe thinking before you do. So this may be the energy that's coming around. They want you to be out, adventurous, seeing things big picture, traveling, speaking, doing whatever it is that you have to do, being your original self, right? But they want you to really go make wise choices. Okay, before speaking or doing, I want to say make wise choices. Use your intuition. Is this good for me? Is this something I should be focusing on? Is this something I should be learning about? Is this somewhere I should be going? Is this something I should be speaking about and helping others to learn too? Right? Think of ninth house here, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius, which rules the ninth house. Okay. So, it's all of those things. Higher education, your philosophy, adventure, wisdom, learning, religion, spirituality. It's all of those things. Okay. Next card we have intuition. Well, I love that has come out right below the, third eye portal, which is your third eye chakra, right? So yeah, this is all about, and Cancer, fourth house, Cancer, going through the heart chakra, feeling the emotion. Sometimes I think what can happen with Sagittarius energy is you may be feeling, and I'm speaking of this for you, right? Like you could be pile 3, just sometimes speaking before thinking. That's what I want to say, speaking before thinking, okay? And then we have Venus, love, again. It all comes back to that heart. And it's give, and this one's a little lighter, give and receive love, find value and see beauty. And I feel it's just like with relationships, it's how you're communicating, maybe for some of you, with the people in your lives, right? This is about, are you thinking before you speak? Are you thinking before you act? And yeah, I just feel that maybe sometimes in your relationships, you may have to think of that ahead of time. I also think this is just a card too of being, like I said, an original. I look back up to originality. Maybe you have to think of new original ways to express yourself in big grand gestures to someone you're in a relationship with, okay? That could be something that's coming up for you in September, maybe like an engagement or a commitment or whatever it may be. That's interesting. That just popped in. Okay, let's get some clarification, confirmation of what's here on the table with some tarot. But yeah, I like this. This is a great message. They want you to go out and be you, do you, right? Like go out there, learn, explore, have an adventure in your life. Ace of Cups. So for some of you, oh, I like this because I'm going to tie that right into here. For some of you, I feel like this could be you going out on a grand adventure and maybe finding the love that you've been looking for with the Ace of Cups. It can also be just, finding new love and compassion in your life in general. Like I said, like they said, everything needs to run through your heart first. So this may be a new beginning for you where you're going to start doing that. Okay? This is kind of your heads up. Like, hey, you know what? This is what you need to start doing. 5 of Wands. Oh my heavens. Because what I want to say is, if you're not running everything through your heart, through your emotion, through your intuition, and I said you can put your foot in your mouth and say things that may be a bit, it's not even off color. It's not what I want to say. Not off color, off beat. I'm trying to think. Bring it in here. Oh my heavens. Offending, offensive. Even yeah, you don't think it's offensive. And I don't mean it's offensive as in, oh my God, that was so horrible, we need to cancel you. Not that. I just mean that it could offend someone. Back to the old days when things that offended people really offended people, right? they were, that's what I'm trying to say. And not today where everything offends everyone. I feel that energy we need to let go of. That's just based from fear. And I actually did a channel message on fear. So we actually may want to check that out, pile 3. It might help you with all of this, actually. That's interesting. Yeah, sometimes these are not fights. These are just like petty disagreements. Like I said, the Five of Wands always reminds me a little bit of a gnat or a fly or a mosquito or something like that, where it's just a pain in your butt. It just, but sometimes you've caused your own pain in your butt is what I want to say here. And look, I have a Sagittarius rising, so I totally understand. I'm not being mean to Sagittariuses out there. Temperance. It's finding the balance. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's just finding the balance. That's what temperance is. How do you bring the harmony in? How do you go out in all this fiery energy and yet remain balanced, right? Where you've got your fiery energy here with the emotion, the water. Cancer, your intuition, using it, going through your heart chakra, right? Love that. Okay, let's get a Divine Doors card here and see what we have. Pile 3, I like this message for you. This could really be spurring you to finally, you know what? There's no time like the present to get out being your original self. Because I feel like if you pick this pile, you're probably already that person, just maybe a little timid, or you're that person and needed to hear some of the messages about more of the balance of keeping foot out of mouth and stuff like that, right? This is a new beginning for you. Forgive and forget. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken, see a new surprise. I feel like this is a forgive and forget yourself. Because now that this maybe is being brought in, like I said, I'm talking a lot of, foot inserted into mouth here. Forgive yourself for that. This is a new beginning. I don't feel that you've intentionally went out to hurt anyone's feelings or to offend them or anything like that. I feel that sometimes it just happens with all of this big energy, okay? And, but they are just saying, be mindful of it now. This is your new beginning, but forgive yourself, move on, forget about it, new beginning here for you, okay? And one last card, pile 3. Ooh, 2 actually came out. Oh, I love, okay, Mercury, and I believe we're in Mercury retrograde, communication. Okay, so we know, but what I love to say about Mercury and have as an astrologer is a Mercury is dealing with the re's. So when I say forgive and forget, when I say go through your heart chakra, use your intuition here, I feel Mercury just fits in because it is thinking, right? It's your mind. It's the way you communicate. And they just want you to rethink the way you do it. All right. Reimagine the way you do it. Redo it. It's all the re's. You know how it came out in the beginning with reduce, reuse, recycle? That's what I think of when I think of Mercury retrograde. It's anything to re-something. All right. So this is a time to maybe give that a little bit of thought. And the other one that came out, oh, Aries, the fire starter. This is just a confirmation after all the messages that have come out about, don't stick your foot in your mouth. This is, I'm saying, do not misinterpret this message. We want you to have, look, Sagittarius, and now with Aries, we want you to be fiery. We want you to be out just trailblazing, having adventures and going, okay? Being the initiator here with Aries. We want you to do that. We just want you to rethink, right? Think using your intuition, the way you want to communicate with people. So pile 3, I love the way this tied up. I love that they brought this card out because this is saying, right? The forgive and forget. It's okay. It's okay. we still want you to be this double fire here. I'm surprised Leo didn't come out somewhere. I don't think it did. No, but but anyway, yeah, keep that fiery energy. It's important. Just maybe, yeah, the fire starter. Just maybe rethink the way you're going to approach these situations while you're out being big in the world, okay? So thank you, Pile 3. I appreciate your time. I hope that you enjoyed this message. If you did, throw me a like, a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and share this with someone. If you think there's someone that you know that needs to hear this message, then please share it with them. Okay, because, you know, I'm the conduit that brought it through to you. You can be the conduit that then passes it along to someone else for spirit. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.